The number one sign that I was overdosing on cocaine. So I was at the peak of my addiction, doing 1 to 2 8 balls of coke a day. And these are some of the common signs of overdosing. Now, the number one sign that I was overdosing, if you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button, is that I would start vomiting. I would get to the point that I would be doing so much cocaine that I would just start throwing up. And it wasn't from the drip, it wasn't from, dry mouth, any of that. I would end up doing line after line, and the nausea wouldn't even really hit. I never felt super nauseous. It would just hit to the point that I would just throw up, and I would puke on a hotel floor or in the trash, and then I'd end up in the bathroom, and I would just start vomiting. It was like my body trying to reject this as much as it could. This was the number one sign that I finally picked up on, that I was ODing. And this is the sickness, and why I do share about addiction, is this is the true insanity of it, is even though I OD'd on coke, I would still do it. And I would still do it that day. I would be upset because I was almost stopped and prevented from doing it, and I would start drinking. I would get to the point that I would just start slowly getting it back where I was doing a line and a little bit of line and a little bitty line, and then I'd get a little more as that OD passed, because common signs of it are the rapid heartbeat. I would notice that I was sweating bullets. My body temperature always went through the roof. Very hallucinating, just vision was very derealization, just stuff wasn't right and wasn't real. And then I would get to just having a heartbeat that just was, I could feel it pounding through my chest, and I could feel my whole chest hurting. But I would just keep telling myself that if it's going to pass, just to do more, and that I could almost like use enough that it would outdo the overdose. And that is the sick side of addiction, is how many people I know that have OD'd on different substances out there. A lot of people with heroin or with opiates that are mad that somebody had used Narcan to get them out of an OD, that are mad because they ruined a high. I mean, that is how sick we are as an addict, where people get mad because they feel that someone ruined their high. When it came to cocaine, I was upset because I wasn't able to keep using. The people that I was with, I would usually be with a girl in a hotel room, so she would be frustrated because here I am throwing up, and I wouldn't want her to leave, and we'd be drinking still, be doing everything I could to, taking Viagra and stuff to try and get it back up, because chemsex played a huge role into how I used. And that's the scary thing, is, I mean, you mix a lot of drugs such as alcohol, which prevents the half-life of being what it should and lasting longer into your system. When you mix alcohol and cocaine together, the ability to OD on coke is great, because it's not breaking down in your system, it's metabolizing together with through your liver, and it's creating cocaethylene. So the half-life is now lasting in your system for about an hour. And so as you keep compounding more and more onto it, going into an overdose is so much more common. And you don't realize how common this is. It's a scary place to be, especially when you wake up and you realize, looking back, of how dangerous it truly was for you. But you didn't care, because as an addict, all you wanted to do was get high. And that's why I share. I mean, I share, again, like I said, educational purposes only. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment your experience down below, because the more that we share, our experiences and stories, the more that nobody goes through this alone. And that's what it's about. It is a struggle. It's hard to get sober. There's no right or wrong way, though, to get sober, whether it's going to inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment. Download Sunflower Sober. That's an amazing app and a game changer for a lot of people. Going to a psychiatrist, a therapist, a psychologist, getting on the right meds, going to an AA meeting, going to an NA meeting, doing all the meetings, doing all that and then some, and just finding what works for you, never giving up, and knowing that it can and will get better, because that's what it's ultimately all about. And the more that we share our experiences, again, comment below, hit that like and subscribe button, the more that we realize that we're not alone, that we're not the only ones who struggle this way, and how easy and how common cocaine abuse is, how common cocaine use is, and how many people are truly struggling to get sober from it. Because it is one of those drugs out there, unfortunately, that has a stigma that it's not as dangerous as it really is, until it steals our soul. And that's the scariest part about it. So anybody out there fighting through, I am proud of you. Don't give up. It does get better. You are worth it.